quote Dennis Schroeder, it's modern day slavery.
Did you say that?
A man who has made $100 million in career earnings has called it modern day slavery. And then after he said that, in the next 18 hours, he got traded 3 times.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings a Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode will bring back The Price is Right, look at some Australian house prices, and have a new segment called Do You Remember, looking at some nostalgic things in the past. But before that, throughout the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Ro.
G'day.
And we have Senny.
Doge.
Boys, I have today's drink. I have the East Alchemy Honeydew Milk Tea Protein Powder, and I'll give it a try for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, that is very dewy. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. It tastes exactly like honeydew.
Better than the Taro?
I'm going to say better.
Wow.
It's crazy.
We smelt the powder. It smells, like you said, very honeydewy.
Yeah.
Very nice. I'm keen to try that one.
Give it a go.
I got a quick one, boys. Start off. I got a Stay Dangerous during the week. I was at OzTag. 2 games on Tuesdays. For some reason, I left my second jersey in my car. So in between the games, I went back to my car. And I was literally, it was so hot on Tuesday and I was like sweating so much that my first jersey was literally sticking to me. So I was literally peeling this thing off and it was like halfway off my head where I hear Stay Dangerous. And I look up and this guy's like waving at me and walking away as I'm literally half naked in the middle of a car.
The rig's out.
This guy didn't give me his name, didn't give me any information. So fair play, shout out to you. And then also I was walking down the street in the city on Friday and a guy comes up to me, doesn't give me a Stay Dangerous, but he says, why don't you rate X company's Christmas party? And then the company he said was my company. And I looked at him and I'm like, you very well know why I can't do it. And he's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. And he dapped me up and then kept walking down the street. So 2 menacing interactions I had with fans this week.
I got a virtual Stay Dangerous.
How does that work?
Well, I was in the office for the first time in like 2 weeks at the food court. And then when I got back from lunch, I looked at my personal DMs. Someone has messaged me and be like, I saw you at the food court. However, I was too scared to say hi and say Stay Dangerous. So I said, well, why have you done that then?
Give him a shout out. You'll have their name.
It's actually, I don't know the name. I'll show you the account and you tell me what the name is. I think it's May or Mai.
All right, Rose pulled out the name. Give it to me.
Pull out the Instagram.
The Instagram handle.
I'm not going to read out the whole name, but yeah, okay. I see the confusion. It's
Marie.
It's Marie, but
there's a couple of letters in brackets.
They've done a bit of like differentiation or something. The R and the E are in brackets, so you got to factorize them out. So yeah, then you're left with May, M-A-I. So
May or Marie.
May or Marie.
Next time you see us, just say g'day. Just
don't be scared.
Hello.
We don't bite most of the time.
All right. Last week we talked about unethical life hacks. Got a bunch of good feedback. And Talon, he's written in with a voice note actually, and he wants to send us his unethical life hack. So we'll have a listen.
So boys, going to start off the bat with a Stay Dangerous. And now that that's out of the way, I'm going to share my unethical life hack. So I know where there's going to be a new El Jana opening up shortly on the Central Coast because I drive past the joint and they got the big sign on the fucking fence saying El Jana. Anyway, sitting at work, a bit bored. It was the end of last year, last week of work, fucking nothing to do. I go on Google and I'm like, it's fucking, I don't even know when this joint's going to open. Try to do a bit of a search. Nothing. So I get shits. I go, okay, no Google restaurant here. I'm going to add the fucking Google restaurant here. I open Google, hit create my business, type in El Jana Tugra. El Jana Wyong, and create a little Google listing, put some times, put the phone number as the head office phone number, went to I think it was the Penrith branch, copied a bunch of pictures of the Penrith branch, put the pictures all up there, thought I had a good laugh, showed the bloke next to me at work, thought it was all over. And Boxing Day comes along. I get a cheeky little email from Google. Someone is requesting ownership of your business. And I'm like, I don't have any businesses. And I own El Jana. And I've jumped on and the bloke's put his phone number there. So I give him a call and he answers and I go, hey mate, I own your restaurant at Tugra. And he goes, and he goes, well, yeah, so what's happened here, mate? And I'm like, I just got a bit bored. So did it at work. And he's like, well, it looks professional. We all thought it was one of us. We were asking around the office, who's done this, who's done that. Confused out of fucking minds. Anyway, I told the bloke I'd transfer it over to him on one condition. He tells me when it's open he tells me when it's opening because I'm keen to get a feed. Anyway, it's opening in April, and for being such a good bloke about it, he gave me a $100 gift voucher for a restaurant for when they open. So if you want to make some quick cash, all you can do is open up Google restaurants before the restaurant itself opens it up, and I'll probably give you a voucher. Thanks for it, boys. Have a good one.
Talon, this is class. This is pure class.
Bravo.
I mean, quick cash is crazy.
I mean, you
Quick store credit.
Yeah.
you put down a deposit for something 5 months away, but that's pretty good, I will say. And I looked it up while he was talking. Yeah, there is Eljana Tugra, which says temporarily closed.
Are there photos on it anymore?
It's just like that normal stock photo.
It's a good, I mean,
that is good.
For this life hack to work, though, you have to find an unopened business and then actually
To be fair,
know
though,
who
like,
it is.
Dude, there's so many times if you walk in any shopping center, like all those like restaurants, there's like the turnover's so quick, like every year or two. And you usually have a sign saying like if there's if they boarded it all up, they'll be like, Macca's is coming or whatever. So I'm sure you can get in pretty quickly. I didn't know you could just do that. You could just claim, like, just go on Google and
just make it.
So, like, if we changed this where we record right now to the Critical Banter Studios,
HQ.
HQ, could we just chuck it on Google?
Yeah, we can.
We won't.
We,
We won't. Just to be clear, we won't, but we could.
You know what's interesting though? What would actually be unethical is he holding the business for ransom.
I thought that's where the
People
story
do that
was
for
going.
domains.
Domain names, yeah.
URLs.
I thought Talon was gonna, hold him hostage.
Give me $1,000.
I'll give you the business back.
So he settled for $100. Talon, come on, you can do a bit better than that.
Aim higher, brother. Aim higher.
But that is pretty funny. I do like that.
So, boys, I was walking through some shopping centers and I've seen some stores opening up, coming soon. So, do we want to potentially do this unethical life hack?
100%.
What's the stores? I'm into it.
So, in Macquarie Centre, there's a Papa Flock opening. Well, first of all, there was a Cinnabon opening, which I looked up first. Already got a Google page.
Damn it.
So, we can't do that. But Papa Flock, I've done a quick search.
Nothing?
They don't have a page yet.
What's Papa Flock?
It's like flappies.
There's like fried chicken, Raising Cane's dupe type vibe.
We're making the business.
Let's do it. Let's actually do it.
Let's hold
actually
them
do it.
hostage.
So by the time this is out, check on Google. Have a look, Papa Flock Macquarie Centre, and maybe we'll be there holding a Google page.
Well, what do we want here? What do we want? Because we got to decide, do we want store credit $100?
Well, there's 3 of us, so I want $300. And maybe we do a video with them. Little TCB tries.
No, I want to see how much cold hard cash we can.
So you don't want chicken?
Sorry, before I say what I'm about to say, is it a mum and pop shop?
No,
They're a franchise.
They're
They got 3 or 4
franchising
already.
out to
All
Macquarie
right.
Centre.
Well, then I have no other considerations. Let's go hard. $1,000 if they want the business.
So $1,000 AUD, not chicken.
Not chicken. I don't want chicken. I can buy all the chicken I want with $1,000.
If this works, is this a legitimate business strategy that we have? We just go find.
Unopened places.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if Papa Flock. Like, I don't know what the
they play
repercussions
ball?
are. Yeah. Can they just go to Google and be like, these guys are scam artists? Because they'll just like screenshot our messages.
Well,
saying,
I don't know
"Hey."
how Talon has verified his ownership initially of
Well, no.
Eljana.
Well, he did it.
Well, he
I think
did
he
it.
folded immediately.
No, but they settled outside of court essentially.
Yeah.
Google didn't come in and just change ownership.
Correct.
So that's what we want.
Yeah. So this is what I think we should do, right? We should go for some sort of cash money prize. We should make sure nothing is in writing, everything over the phone.
Yeah.
Right. So Google will contact us being like, someone is trying to claim your store. We then go, yeah, sure.
We'll chat to them.
Who's trying to claim our store?
Yeah.
We say, give me a call here and and we'll negotiate like the CIA.
We'll ask for 1,000, but I'll settle for 500.
I'll sell for chicken.
I'll
I'll
sell
be
the
honest with you.
chicken to be perfect, but we can't. We got to start high,
Yeah, meet in the middle type vibe.
Batner type situations.
We also got another little submission, a request to talk about on the pod this week again. Marcus has sent in a big trade that rocked the world. Anthony Davis going to the Mavs for Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Basketball, for those of you that don't know those names or those teams, we got Ro next to us who also doesn't know much about basketball. Senny, you're a basketball head of sorts.
I do. And I
Thoughts?
did like the Mavericks as well.
We got you I don't know if you remember, Ro, we got him a Mavericks jersey for his 21st, I believe.
No recollection of that.
You
Dirk
gave me the money
Nowitzki.
and I bought it, so don't worry about it. But
You got me a Dirk Nowitzki jersey.
Do you wear it proudly?
He's still a legend in
he's got a
Mavericks.
statue
He's got
outside
a
the
statue.
retired and he's got a statue.
Okay.
Thoughts,
Luka was
Senny?
on the way there. Dude, this is why I don't like American sports, dude. You don't have any say. You can wake up
The
one
players
morning.
don't have agency, is what you're saying.
Correct. To quote Dennis Schroeder, it's modern day slavery.
Did you say that?
A man who has made $100 million in career earnings has called it modern day slavery. And then after he said that, in the next 18 hours, he got traded 3 times. To be fair though, like for him, whatever. But like there are players obviously who like the min salary, I think is $1.8 million. Which is but when you are upending your family and moving like a couple of times a year, like the rent adds up. Anyway, the whole thing in American sport is you are owned by the franchise. Like you don't have any free will. So they can trade you willy-nilly at any given moment.
You're assets to them. You're pieces.
Assets. Yeah, you are assets. I mean, and the mad thing about this Luka one is this guy was probably, I reckon, top 5 most valuable assets in the league.
Okay.
Like everyone thought this guy was untradeable. There's only a handful of players who would be completely untouchable. It would be like him, LeBron,
Bronny.
Steph.
Not Bronny, unfortunately,
Actually,
right?
Bronny technically would be.
It's a two.
Yeah.
It's a combined package.
Like Giannis and Jokic are probably like the only others as well.
So you're saying those franchises, they wouldn't
They
touch
would not
those
like they're the
players?
crown jewels. Like you would not touch. Like they're the most valuable IP they have.
Yeah.
So
Because
for
Luka
them,
Doncic, I mean, my brothers like love NBA. All I'm seeing is them watching Mavericks highlights just for Luka, but he looks a bit fat and pudgy, and
That's what the GM said.
yeah.
That's what the GM said. He's
No, but
up
this
to
guy-
270 pounds apparently.
that's heavy.
no, but have you seen?
He's
photos of-
6'8" as well, by the
Actually,
way.
you know what's funny though? I saw a poster, like a Facebook image. It was like, "Oh, Luka's being traded because he's getting too fat," and then in the background was like Zion Williamson, just for no reason. He's like catching strays.
But that's the fear. They're scared that he's just going to turn out like Zion if he keeps going down this path. But
Those are all lies,
dude,
man.
he's 25. He's about to hit his prime. He's literally made the finals last year. He was the EuroLeague MVP at 18 or some shit. This guy is a prodigy.
Whatever, bro. Explain this to me in corporate terms, whether it's worth it or not.
It's like you were traded from Nvidia to go to, I don't know, IBM or I don't know.
Has been.
Washed. Like a really washed.
I've seen online, you know, in girl terms, it's like trading a Birkin bag for like a Chanel bag. Birkins go for like 100K or some shit.
Yeah.
It's for our female
I was
demographic.
gonna
Come
say
on.
this
Yeah.
reference is
Let's not be.
I thought
Let's
Chanel was high end as
Chanel's
well.
only like a couple grand. Birkin's like 100 grand or something. Right?
Okay, gotcha. So it's like,
Football
it's like,
terms like trading, I don't know, Neymar, who's now washed and everything,
Yep.
for like a Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Like that.
It's like a young up and coming talent. For
But
someone
already
who's
but basically at the top.
at
Right.
the top for someone who's washed, old and washed.
But still can do a little bit.
Can still, they've still got a bit of life left in them, but
Yeah, you get
very,
Anthony.
very limited life.
I'm a firm believer in all the conspiracy theories that have come out of this. So, for example, what's his name? Nico Harrison,
Yeah.
the Mavericks GM, the guy who runs all the place. He's best friends with the Lakers GM. Because the thing is, when you typically trade a player, you obviously it's like shopping, right? You ask
I was
all the
gonna say,
teams.
It's not even trading a player, just in any kinds of goods and services trade. You try and shop around.
You shop around. You scan the market. You find the best deal, right?
Get the most value.
He did a behind the scenes, only talked to the GM, didn't shop the
Right.
value, and got a shit trade out of it. Number one is sus. And then number two, the conspiracy I believe, right? The Mavericks owners now, because before it was Mark Cuban, and he loved basketball. He was in the spirit of the game. He wanted to win. The owners now, they've made their whole fortune off casinos. Gambling, right? And shock, the NBA are trying to get a team in Las Vegas. Right?
So the theory is
they're trying to tank this team, make all the Dallas fans hate it, make the team shit.
and then move the team.
So in the end of the day, they're like, oh, we've got to move the team to Las Vegas. And if the Las Vegas team is there, the owner's going to build a casino.
So they can
He's now
build-
going to build a stadium.
a casino that's connected to the stadium, so you have 20,000 people going through that
Oh,
casino
beautiful.
every second day.
remove all friction. Just
Yeah,
Exactly. Because
straight from the casino
I
to the
believe.
game.
I
The
believe
other one is
all of them.
the NBA's been losing viewers, so they're trying to do anything to like bring people back. Because like this week is meant to be Super Bowl week in the NFL, but all the sports headlines have been dominated by NBA trade deadline week, which has never
So
been
in cahoots
heard.
with the NBA itself is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the conspiracy hats off.
No,
boys.
dude,
It's as simple
No.
as this.
I believe it.
Luka's probably one of the worst blokes of all time. He's probably getting fat and lazy. They don't see the potential. So they're like, let's just get Anthony Davis and some first round draft pick, right? Something like that.
Nah,
And
dude,
we'll call it- we'll
they
call
didn't even
it
get a
that.
first
So why
set.
didn't they get the best value then? I hear you, but why did they not shop around?
Is Anthony Davis not a good player?
But he's like 31 now. So if they don't win in like 1 or 2 years, he's probably going to get to an age where he's not as good anymore. Whereas Luka
Team's so
Doncic will
old.
still be in his prime.
I don't know, bro. I don't know basketball like this. All right.
As in, because there's context of there's been a lot of trades the past 1 or 2 years of worse players getting way more value.
Right.
right? So a lot of like draft picks, for example, or multiple good players or these sort of things. Whereas they just did some random trade and called it a day.
This is like when I went around people trying to get me to vote for prefect and I offered them to buy him like a super duper from the canteen. It's such a shitty backdoor deal. Like it doesn't make, especially such a capitalist society like America where you're trying to maximize your dollar. And this guy got a bum AD and some one draft pick and who else? Who's the other guy?
Max Christie.
Yeah.
Is he a good player?
No, who?
Exactly.
Right.
It's
Crazy trade, Marcus. Thanks for sending it in.
All right. Well, enough of the basketball chat. I have a quick yarn. So have I told you boys I'm part of an accountability group? Have I mentioned this on the podcast?
You've mentioned it in passing.
A part of an accounting group.
He's getting his CFA.
Enron.
So you're part of an accountability group.
CPA, not a CFA.
Did I say accounting group?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I heard.
He said accountability.
Okay.
But I think you heard account and just finished the rest in your own head. Accountability group. What is that, bro?
So I'm in a group chat where we talk about what we're going to do today, and we all keep each other accountable of the most important thing that we're supposed to do today, right?
So it's your partner.
Well, but instead of replace Cindy with like 4 other blokes.
Sounds sinister. Sounds a bit nefarious.
Oh, that's a crazy statement.
And so I send the group through. I told the boys today I'm going to go running, right? And my job is to do that thing that I've told them I would do.
And then you send evidence afterwards.
Yeah,
you send evidence.
You
send evidence. You send this and that, right? So I think I came back from work. It was on a Thursday, and it was like 10 p.m. We went for a dinner, and I had not done the run yet. And so I'm driving back. So I park my car at the bus stop. I get off the bus. I drive my car to the park, and I'm like, all right, I have some shorts here. I'm wearing shorts actually. Maybe I'll go for a run at 10 p.m. But the problem is I'm wearing a shirt.
Button-up shirt. Business shirt.
Business shirt.
Play on.
And I'm looking around. I'm like, it is 10 p.m. I'm looking around in my car, and the only other shirt I have is the communist shirt that Sen has given me. I'm thinking, well, you know what? It's 10 p.m. No stress. So I chuck on the commie shirt, and I'm like, I'm going to go for a quick, 3K jog just to send the boys I've done it.
Like the communist sign is out for all to see.
Yeah. It's,
right.
It's 10 p.m., but it's the dark of night.
All right. You don't need to keep clarifying that it's 10 p.m. All right.
So I'm running around.
Commie shirt on.
Like sweating. It's actually a really bad shirt to run in. Like,
it's a thick shirt.
It's not a good shirt.
It's like I'm like itching and stuff like that. And so I think what happens is like the council guys will shut the gate at a certain time. And he's driven in and he's like locking the bathroom doors. He seen me running.
And he sees some commie running on his field.
It's just usually how they do it. So the commies come out in the night.
Come out under the bed, mate.
So I've seen his
salacious things.
But he's by himself.
Just a lone communist. Where's your comrades, mate? He should have chirped you.
Just picture that. A big, bright, empty field. It's a commie just running laps.
Hey, communists need to exercise as well.
So I've seen him. He's chucked the car on. He's got the headlights on.
Did he see you?
He's walking around, locking the door, and I've gone past him for one of my laps.
I'm not going to lie. It's pretty intimidating, to be honest.
Dude,
if I'm him, I'm scared. It's like a cult. A communist cult is coming.
Problem is a loud and proud commie.
Yeah.
So he's dangerous.
Running at 10 p.m. is so menacing.
And so, yeah. Anyways, I just want to share that because I've
Did you interact with the guy at all?
No, of course not. Of course not. I've just run around him. And then I've gotten pretty rattled by the situation. Like I obviously know how this looks, and so he's just looked at me, locked the bathroom doors, and like hurried away to his car to get the hell out of there. I've then just taken the shirt off. I'm like, sack this. I'm going to run shirtless because it's better than running with communist manifestos on my chest.
You didn't want to wear the shirt inside out or anything?
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
I honestly didn't think of that.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't think anyone was going to be there. It was like the death of night. 10 o'clock. I'm not expecting some bloke to lock the bathroom doors.
Loud and proud, just wear it. If this was America and you had a MAGA hat, dude, you wouldn't even think twice about wearing it.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But if he was wearing a commie shirt in America, he'd be.
I mean, no, you wouldn't.
He might not be here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Dumb to do.
But I'm saying, honestly, that communist t-shirt has gotten more use than I thought it would. I'll tell you that much for free.
Dude, let's wear it again in another episode.
No.
We're not wearing it ever again.
Why not?
I've got one quick one to end off the log this week, and I've come to realize, being at work every day, that we like getting old, boys. We really are like getting on. So at work, there's a new court of grads and interns that started. And it's just the difference between, you know, my attitude nowadays and their, you know, attitude is night and day. You know, you can see the hope in their eyes, the excitement to be there.
They'll lose that soon.
And all this and all that. They will lose it very soon, right? So there was me and this other co-worker, like middle-aged, probably 50s or so, been there a long time. And she's obviously jaded, right? It's like, because she's started a new role in like an entry-level position, but she's like, I'm just doing this because, you know, I've been burnt by working with CFOs, CEOs, and like, you know, these high-pressure things. I just want to relax, you know? You can only get yelled at so many times, all these sort of things, right?
Wait, so she's a grad?
No, she joined in a separate role,
Right.
but entry level role,
Gotcha.
like just an analyst or something like that.
But she's 50.
But she's also been in higher positions, right? Just taking it easy. And then, you know, we were just in like the lunchroom or whatever. And then this grad starts talking to us like, oh, hi, my name is insert whatever. Like I'm starting as this. What are your guys' roles and all this and all that? And they're chirping on. And I could see where this is going, right? Towards the end, she's like, oh, the grad is like, I'm so glad to have had this chat with you. Do you guys have LinkedIn?
Yeah, good. Close the deal.
And then I'm like, fucking here you go. Here's my LinkedIn, right? And yeah, I could tell she's going by the textbook of like, when you start your position, try and make as many connections as you can. Try and network as much as you can because you never know. You know, all that propaganda we were told in uni and all this and all that.
Did she hit you with her elevator pitch?
No elevator pitch, just...
What elevator pitch?
When you join someone, you know, you give your quick little spiel about who you are, what you do, you know, what you're keen to learn about, blah, 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 blah.
No, because we weren't professionally working together. It was just a casual setting. It's not like I'm mentoring her or some shit.
No, but why does she even need to do that? Surely she should network.
Mate, when you're in uni, you're told, you never know what the connection will get you. Always network with as many people as you can because they just started as well. Week 1 or 2, I think.
How was the chat? Like, did you feel like did you feel happy to give the LinkedIn connection?
I'll be honest, I zoned out for a bit. And then when I zoned back in, they were talking about how men and women are treated differently in the workplace. I thought,
zone back out, brother.
this is not a good time for me to jump back in the conversation. I'll just listen and...
How did it get there? How could that possibly come up in like a 2-minute chat?
I have no clue. I think she asked about her work, the 50-year-old's work experience, shit like that, and it got to that point.
Gotcha.
Maybe she asked why she's in an entry-level position given, you know, the age. I don't know. I zoned out. I zoned back in. That was a conversation. And I'm like, you know what? That's the worst part. I'll zone down. And she just, to zone me back, he's like, do you have LinkedIn?
Yeah.
My golly gosh.
I wonder if she thought that she was like, because she might have gone for the older person. Like maybe she didn't care so much about you. You were just collateral damage.
You were just,
Yeah, I don't know.
She must have thought this 50-year-old was like a bit of a bigger dog.
yeah.
Maybe I'm collateral damage, but I remember when that was the propaganda told to us, you know, when you start this position, network.
Do you do that?
I didn't do that and I don't do that.
Do you have like an internal system? Can you see where like who everyone reports to and stuff like that, where they work?
Yeah, I think there's like a team structure map.
That's my networking. I just stalk people and just see where they sit. In the
So you don't
business.
waste time with they might be important. You find the important people.
I find the important people. Yeah.
But Sen doesn't even use LinkedIn.
Yeah, I don't need to. I use my internal work one.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like Sen's been working in corporate for so many years.
No, he has a LinkedIn. He has one connection.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is, but he has one connection.
It's my missus.
How come? So yeah,
I don't think he has his work history on there. I think he just has his current job.
That's it.
really?
Yeah. I don't use it.
Like, you see, that's shocking to me because like I feel like LinkedIn actually low-key is a good tool. LinkedIn actually emailed us the other day because we did a little sponsorship for LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And they emailed us the other day.
How good's LinkedIn, guys?
Amazing. We can't be disparaging this beautiful company.
I mean, it's a great app. I mean, social media to
But you
use,
just
but
don't
I
use
don't
it.
use it.
Yeah.
Wait, anyway, what do they email us about?
Oh, did you not see that?
No.
No.
Okay, so LinkedIn.
How much are they offering?
No, they're not paying us anymore. LinkedIn Australia was like, hey, we would love to do like a collab with you. So we did a collab. Remember we posted that TikTok?
So we've done the collabs,
I was
yes.
there.
Yeah. So that TikTok did fairly well for them. And then they've reached back out saying, actually, hey, can we post that TikTok not on the LinkedIn Australia page, but the LinkedIn global page on LinkedIn?
What'd you say?
I said, yeah, whatever. Do what you want with it.
I mean, it's already out there.
Yeah, you can literally do that if you want.
So you're telling me in due course, if the listeners out there go on LinkedIn, on TikTok, just LinkedIn, not LinkedIn AU, ANZ.
No, I think they'll post it on LinkedIn, the page on LinkedIn.
Excuse me?
That's crazy.
Yeah, not
No,
the
So if
Sure,
I go to linkedin.com/in/LinkedIn, our heads are going to be there.
I think so. The next week or
Wow.
two. Yeah, we take
That seems like a pretty big reach compared to their TikTok.
Wow.
in Australia. Or they're just
Or
the TikTok.
globally.
Yeah,
I will be reposting that on LinkedIn. I will give it an insightful react. You are right.
So
One of the many great features of LinkedIn, of course.
Yeah, so it's a great app. You know, we love to talk about it. Sen, get on LinkedIn, brother, please.
I'm not getting it. I did have an awkward moment during the week as well, where we had like a client meeting, and then I'd met this client maybe a couple months ago, but it was like very brief. And then she came again, and then I said, "Oh, hi, I'm Sen." And I paused. I'm like, do I say that we've met before? Because I hate that thing where like, oh, you know, we met, and they'll be like, oh, I don't remember you. So I just kind of paused, and then she's like, yeah, we've met. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So it was nice that she remembered me, but now she thinks I'm a half-wit, so that's great. But it's the worst feeling in the world when you say, yeah, we've met before, and the other person's like, oh, I don't remember.
I think you just have to own it. I think you just have to, like, I'd rather that than what happened to you just then.
Yeah, that was bad.
Because, oh, we met. And they'd be like, oh, no, sorry, I don't remember. Like, oh, was that thing? But yeah, don't worry.
You ever hit someone with a nice to meet you and they hit you with a we've met before?
Yeah, I've got that.
I did that the other day.
Yeah, on Saturday, I did
Well,
that.
I didn't know what to do with myself.
I did that as well. It was one of our friend Rohan's like family friends, and I saw him. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm Sen. Nice to meet you. And the guy's like, we played cricket together.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
bad.
fuck, you could have just pretended like it was the first time. This is so awkward for all of us now.
My missus has proposed whenever you see someone, hit them with a good to see you. Not a nice to meet you, not a
Ambiguous.
not a nice to see you again, just a
That's kind of
good to
like-
see you.
It's a bit
to
like
see you.
not. Imagine if you haven't met
think-
No,
someone.
it's safe.
I think
No,
good
if
to
you
see-
don't know, it's safe.
I think good to see you would work. Then it's on them to call you out.
Yeah, good to see you, brother. How are you?
Because I can take that as a, good to see me again type vibe.
Yeah, I like that. You know,
Safety.
Put that in the back pocket.
Yeah, put that there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, this episode is sponsored by our great friends at Far East Alchemy. Wowee, Marnie, you tried the honeydew flavor today.
Very delicious, very honeydewy.
Mm.
The flavor is spot on. Mate, if you love that fruit flavor, if you love tea flavor,
Get around.
Far East Alchemy is absolutely for you.
So let's be real for a second, right? Because you and I over the last week or two have been just smashing out different flavors. What's your tea list ranking of Far East Alchemy bubble tea flavors?
They're all fantastic, but for me, the matcha latte is honestly near the top because it tastes like it's better than like 90% of the matcha lattes you can buy.
Yeah, okay.
First of all, and second of all, delicious. I've put in a Ninja Creamy. I've drank it as a protein
Relax.
shake.
Number 2, number 3, number 4.
Number 2,
Yeah.
I would go the Thai milk tea,
Okay. Thai milk tea.
tied with the
Okay.
Taro milk tea.
Okay.
Third or fourth, if you want to say, I'm going to go brown sugar milk tea.
So honeydew is just dead last.
Honeydew is last.
That's because I don't like honeydew.
Yeah, the other ones I like, on its own,
You'd get
out
that
in a
at a
day.
bubble tea
I'm
shop.
buying a matcha latte. I'm
Correct,
buying
yeah,
a Taro milk tea. Honeydew for what it is, still fantastic.
Yeah, for the honeydew flavor, it's unbelievable. Look, to be honest, right? I've told you this before. I have been exclusively on a different whey protein powder previously, right? Absolute dog crap.
Ooh.
I would say.
And I know the brand you're talking about.
I know you know exactly the.
Yeah.
Name the brand.
I'm
Let
not-
people know at home. If you think it's crap,
No, we
just
don't
let
need
people
we don't
know.
need to get into the
Oh,
politics of it all.
It's 2 letters. It's 2 letters.
All right.
Wow.
That's all I'll say.
We'll play on. We'll play on
Right?
from there.
So those people, everyone who knows it, it's the classic of the genre. It's the one that you were
What are the-
indoctrinated into.
What are the flaws of it?
The flaws are this: when you mix it up, it doesn't mix properly.
So clumpy.
Heavily clumpy. I tried. Okay, let me tell you. I tried the cookies and cream flavor. I tried the vanilla flavor. I've tried like the chocolate flavor.
No good.
I would say none of those hold a candle. My personal favorite at Far East Alchemy is the Taro milk tea flavor.
Mm.
That is honestly unbelievable. So don't waste your time with these crappy brands. Like, what are you actually doing?
Exactly. And
Don't-
we're not reading any of this. Let's just put that out there.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
from the heart.
Yeah.
The heart and soul of 2 semi-regular gym goers.
You more than me, but nonetheless, you're probably protein deficient. Get around an Australian company. Stop supporting these absolute nonsense brands.
These
out there.
conglomerates.
Yeah, they actually have no idea what they're doing. So get online.
Use the
TCB,
link in the description.
Yeah, click it up. Yeah.
Use the link definitely in our description.
Click it once or maybe twice.
Oh yeah, we're heavily tracked on link usage. So, mate, if you're reading this and you're not in your car, go down, click.
Give us a click. It's
Just
free.
couple
No, but
of
you know what
clicks.
I love? When you click it, you will see this. See it for your own eyes. When you click, it says you are shopping with the Critical Banter podcast.
Beautiful
It's just-
touch.
So if you want to shop with us, you click that link in the description, add some stuff to your cart.
It's
What
as if we
code?
were there shopping with
Exactly. And what code are we using,
you.
Ro?
We're using TCB. What do you get? 10% off.
That is class.
Unbelievable. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are playing Guess the House Price. So the game is very simple. I have a number of different houses, 5 of them to be precise. We have a number of different locations in Sydney. I'm going to send you the images. You can have a look at them. I'm going to give you a description of what it is. And very simply, you must guess the price. Here we go.
Bro, I heard Kush is going to put the photos on the YouTube.
Oh, of course.
So if you jump on the YouTube, you'll see the photos of all the houses if you want to play along at home, of course.
Absolutely. If you don't want to play along at home and you just want to listen, I will do my very best, my level best to describe what these houses look like.
Play on.
All right, first up is a apartment in Bondi. It is 10/19 Denham Street. It is a 3-bedder, 1 bathroom,
3 better.
106 square meter apartment.
Daddy apartment.
So I'll describe it here. Look, embrace the ultimate beachside lifestyle in this light 3-filled bedroom apartment, perfectly positioned in the heart of Bondi Beach. It boasts high ceilings, generous proportions, unbeatable location, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? How much does this cost?
3 better.
bed.
Bondi, one of the most, in-demand places in Sydney. Apartment though, not house.
1 bathroom as well only.
Looking at the photos, what do we see in the photo, Senny?
Well, I'm looking at this photo from Google Earth where they've very nicely put a little S to show where the apartment is and how far away from the beach it is. So I would say that's what? 20-minute walk from the beach? 5-minute drive?
I'd say it looks far from the beach. It doesn't even look
Is it
like...
deceptive, the photo, you reckon?
I think
The
heavily
angles, have they
deceptive.
purposely done that then to make it look closer to the beach than it actually is? Because they've got me there then. They've got me there.
As in, it's obviously close to the beach, but the fact that they haven't put a 15-minute walk in the description leads me to believe it's like a
Can I
15-minute
Google
walk.
how far it is from the beach?
Yeah, of course, if you'd like
All right,
to.
19 Benham. What is it?
Looking at while Sen does that, looking at the other photos, it's a nice looking place. It's not run down in any corner. It seems, I don't know what it actually is, but as advertised, the bathroom, not the most modern bathroom. I think the washing machine is in there. So is that indicative of how little space there is in the apartment as well?
It's a 13-minute walk.
4-minute
drive to the beach.
Really?
Yep.
Why have they not included that in the description?
That's a selling point and a half.
So
All
it's very close to the beach. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. The bedrooms look pretty small. Oh, the bathroom has the classic washing machine. in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
I
hate
think it's
that.
indicative of how small it is.
Dude, you're on the shitter and you're staring at the spin cycle. I don't know.
Someone's
about
doing their laundry while you're taking a
that.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
106 square meters.
106. That's pretty big for
Is it?
For an apartment. For in Bondi, for an apartment, that's pretty big.
I have no gauge of square meters,
Okay,
I'll be honest
alright.
with you boys.
All right.
Let's get a guess now.
I don't know what the apartment market is, so I'm just gonna
Bondi.
Bondi. All right.
All right, Sen, what do you have?
I've gone for 1.8 million.
Senny, that's crazy. I've got 1.8 million as
Oh,
well.
that's insane. I'll be honest, I went 2.1 million first,
I
but
mean-
I'm like, that's crazy.
House, I'd push way past
House
this.
would be 3-4 million.
But
in Bondi,
apartment-
but apartment, I'm like, it can't be anything. It can't be over 2.
Okay, give me a decimal point because someone needs to win here.
Are we that close?
As in, like, no, but you have the same
Oh,
answer.
Do you want to go
right,
higher or lower then?
No, I'll go to the second DP.
I want both DPs.
I love DP.
Stop. So both guessed 1.8 million, but I need a second decimal place to gauge the winner.
I'll give you 3 DP even.
I'm giving you 2 DP, 2 basis
All right,
points.
I've gone 1.185.
I've gone
Sorry.
1.84 million Australian
Sorry,
dollars.
I've gone 1.815 million.
Yeah, I got that. The correct answer is $1.3 million.
yeah.
So Sen wins just on the second
1.3.
decimal.
1.3. That's
Yeah.
not bad for 1.3.
That feels pretty reasonable.
Would we split that us three? Would you pay 400? Is it 500K?
I mean, we were talking about, were we talking about this?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
buying, we were talking about this.
Yes, we were talking about using the LinkedIn money we aforementioned to put it down on a house.
a TCB house.
No, I've always flirted with the idea of just getting a beach house somewhere and just splitting it between. It's
Gotta
like a
get in.
timeshare situation.
Got to get in before it keeps rising and
But
rising.
if us three went thirds on a property in like the Central Coast, maybe even further out, Kiama potentially 2
What
hours.
about this apartment, man?
No, because then it's very hard to split. Like I'm talking
What do you
beach
mean? It's
house.
3 bedrooms.
3 bedrooms. You take one, I take one, he takes one.
Sharing one bathroom.
And we all sit on the toilet together. Like, what's so hard about that?
All right. We've got 1808B. Sorry. We've got 1808/8 Brown Street, Chatswood. It's a 2-bedder, 2 bathroom, 1 car spot. The size is very similar to the Bondi apartment. It is 103 square meters. So they call it modern the Chelsea apartment because it enjoys the ultra convenient lifestyle. It's on the 18th floor of the multiplex development, the Chelsea. It's close to public schools, really close to Chatswood High, just a bus away. You know, open plan living, dining, modern gas kitchens, etc., etc. Oh, they say footsteps to Chatswood train and metro station. So
Anything is footsteps, really.
Yeah. So I actually looked
I
it up
want to know
while you
how
were
many
talking.
footsteps.
It's a 9-minute walk to the shopping centre, to Westfield.
Um,
So shopping centre's in licking distance.
give me the metro. It's
the
same
metro,
thing.
Chatswood.
I will say that
station.
would be classified
It
as
is footsteps. I'll give that.
I'll give him
Chatswood
that.
Station is 2 minutes. That is, you know what? That's
Oh.
genuinely footsteps.
That is footsteps.
That is
you know,
footsteps.
couple.
I'll give you that's footsteps.
Looking at the photos,
Pretty modern.
it's pretty modern. The view looks like open space in like the living room where the TV sofa is.
Very nice. I like
Good
it.
little view.
And one of the photos, you actually can see the Westfield Chatswood too. Again,
Yeah, true.
Footsteps.
Footsteps.
Beautiful view.
You said what? Walking distance to Chatswood
No,
Public
bus.
and
little
High,
bus, little
Chatswood
bus
High?
to Chatswood High.
Well, as a grown-ass man, I don't need access to either public schools or high schools, but that is nice to know.
I don't know your proclivities.
It is a nice looking space.
And then Ro has sent us, there is a gym in the building and there is a pool and a hot tub, I was going to say. Sauna? No sauna.
Now, what's
It's a
the
pool and a hot tub.
what's the strata on this bad boy?
Oh, dude, it'd be at the wazoo.
We're factoring that into the price, or just
Oh, you
raw,
have to.
or
You
just raw buying price.
I don't think that's included in the price, but I think the gym probably pushes the price up.
So you said this is the same square meters as the first one.
Almost identical. 2
So,
square meter difference.
104 square meters, is that what you said?
103.
103, 2 bedrooms, 1
Mhm.
bathroom.
And a car spot.
Car
Much
spot.
nicer apartment itself, I would say.
Much more than
18th floor as well
you're
is,
decently high.
but it's not Bondi. What's the Bondi premium?
What do they say? Location. But
But Chatswood, mate, the heart of the northwest Sydney metro.
What number? What's the unit number?
It's like 1808.
Okay. All right.
Does that influence it?
Absolutely, bro. The more number of 8s in there, the higher the price, bro.
Chatswood, no less.
It's
Oh
Chatswood,
my!
and there's 2 8s in the address.
There's
So that's-
actually, it's 1808/8. So there's actually.
Oh, maybe 8 million,
3
boys.
million, dude.
maybe.
Dude, this is just a hot tip for anyone out there. If you're going to an auction and the address has an 8 and you see Chinese people, forget about it. Get back in your car and drive home.
Or
Back to your shitbox. Don't worry, forget it.
alternatively, you wait for the number 4 to go up.
Then you
None of
go.
them will be bidding.
You jump. You go. Yeah.
None of them will be bidding. There might not even be a 4 constructed in some places.
Wow.
All right. So he said 1.3 for the one that was 10 minutes from the beach.
Oh, I've used the wrong reference points. Ooh,
yeah.
sorry.
You gotta think about
Sorry.
that.
I
But this one,
was going off my
higher
guess.
up, I think it would be there or thereabouts, to be honest.
I am indecisive.
Yeah, I'm very unsure about this one, but I've locked in an answer.
What'd you put, Senny?
I've gone 1.15 million.
Oh my days. I have put 1.1 million.
Oh.
1.10 to be exact.
The correct answer is $1.2 million.
Did you see me write 1.2 early? No.
I did see it.
I'm 2-0 down, Senny.
That's all right. There is 5, so there is 3 to play. And you guys have been very, very close to each other. The first one you got spot on, and the second one you had $15,000 apart.
15,000.
All right, we move a little bit further west, potentially, to Cabramatta.
Southwest.
We move to 16/3 Unit 5 Gilbert Street, Cabramatta. It is a 2-bedder, 1 bathroom, 1 car spot.
Oh, it's got a separate laundry, so that's already for me. That adds about
Space.
50K.
Yeah, play on.
So
It's got a
it's-
balcony. Wowee.
I'll give you the spiel. Okay, close to multiple churches and temples.
Play on.
Walking distance to Dutton Plaza.
It's doing nothing for me so far.
It's a well-maintained 2nd unit floor with perfectly positioned just minutes from the vibrant John Street. We know John Street, the main strip in
Of course,
Cabramatta.
of course.
And they say it's 2 generously sized bedrooms, both with built-in wardrobes. So what do we think?
Okay.
So is this a house or apartment?
It's an apartment.
Apartment, right. It's not as modern as the last one. There's a bed with some plush toys. Do the plushies come with the price or no?
Not included. No,
That drives the
Labubu's
price
included.
down. No Labubus, that's a shame. The kitchen looks cramped. Is that indicative of not much space elsewhere?
Yeah, I don't think you can put a banh mi store up.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have to put the price in Vietnamese dong or AUD?
Give me in the dong, brother.
I think bonus points for Vietnamese dong if you do the calculation.
It's times 15,000, brother.
So,
Play on.
All right, this one is. Oh, it's not close to the station at all, actually.
but it's close to churches.
I mean,
and
it's
temples.
5 minutes drive, but a 20-minute walk to the
It's
station.
close to John Street.
It's close to John Street.
That's
though.
really all you have to
It's near Vin Fat. If you want some yum cha, it's
play on.
How far? Again, 5 minutes.
Okay.
So it's good. It's near all the landmarks.
So you got a 1.3 milli Bondi Place, 1.2 milli Chatswood Place.
I mean, this one it's looking a bit old. The bathroom's looking a bit old. The kitchen is cramped as fuck.
Cramp City, mate.
But then the living area looks all right. Like where you'd have your living room, the TV, it looks kind of spacious. But the building in general looks old. It's in Cabramatta.
I have a number speaking to me. I've written it down.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
All right, let's hear it, Migs.
I have put 800,000 Australian dollars.
I
Sen?
have put 750,000 Australian dollars.
You both have no idea, dude. Boys, it is $395,000 for this place.
Dude, what cost of living crisis, bro? This is cheap.
That's a
Live
bargain.
out in fucking Cabra.
Unbelievable.
What are people complaining of? Go live in Canberra.
Just got to learn a bit of Vietnamese, but you'll be right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so cheap's that one.
I mean, it's a bit deceiving to go from these 1 million apartments.
I know, I've anchored you a bit high.
You've led us down the garden path on that one.
All right, we move a bit more. I don't know. I actually don't know geography. We move to Auburn. So we move
East of Cabra.
east of Cabra.
Northeast of Cabra.
We move to 139 Harrow Road, Auburn. It is a house. It has 4 bedrooms.
Wait, technically, I won that last round, by the way.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know.
I was closest to.
Yeah, you're 3-0 up. I have no chance of winning, Senny, so well done.
All right, I
We're
wanna see
playing for fun.
clean sweep here.
If you get it spot on, maybe that's a
Yeah,
bonus.
that's always the points. That's always the double points here. So 139 Harrow Street, Auburn. It's a 4-bedder, 3-bathroom, 7 car spots, and it is a house.
7 car spots, including like driveway. Is that? Because I thought car spot had to be covered.
Garage.
I'm only seeing 2 car spots here then, technically.
Cushy, I want you to put up the photo where it's like open grass. Is this where the 7 cars go?
I think it might be on the
It's
Wait, wait,
literally-
Am I looking at the right house? It's this one, right?
Yeah.
That one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So like, it's literally like a backyard, but half of it is like concrete, half of it is grass.
Yeah, so
So do all the 7 cars go in that concrete?
Well, let me show you the plan. Okay, so
concrete backyard, which means the owners were probably Italian or something, some sort of wog. That's what they do. They just concrete their backyard.
I'll show you this photo.
Excavated before.
They've actually given you a little plan of how the cars fit into the residence. So
Okay, show us.
I'll send you the photo of this
Put this
one.
photo up, push.
To be honest, it's still missing 2 cars.
I don't
but-
count 7. I count
Okay, all right.
I count 3 in the garage and 2 in front of the garage.
Yeah, so there's 3 in the garage, 2 in the front. So that's only 5. I mean, technically,
You could fit
yours is then
you could fit
8,
5
bro, 'cause
in like most houses, if that's the
Yeah,
freaking case. You put
exactly.
a couple in the garage, couple in the driveway.
yeah, I'm not counting this as this is a 3.
Whoever
car.
said 7, you're out of your
That's
mind.
great.
They straight up just made up 2 of them.
The house itself, I'm not super impressed, I would say.
I mean, it's an old house, right? Look at all the wooden floorboards and whatnot. I mean, one of the rooms has Windows XP on their computer.
yeah, if you go into that double monitor situation, to be fair, with a what looks like a dehumidifier
They
next
got
to it.
the moon phases on the wall as well.
That's crazy.
I'll give you one description. They've got they say it's a triple garage with the drive-through option.
Yeah, right. I get that. Okay.
What does that mean?
So there's
a
double-sided.
Macca's attached to it. And you get a flare of fish on the side, mate.
It's double-sided. So there's a back door as well. You can
So
just
that's
keep
where you
going.
put the other 2.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
I'm still not counting that.
the
But this is
dining space looks pretty small, but it has a little alcove to the kitchen. I like that.
this is a lot of land though.
It's a bit. Yeah. What's the square meters on this?
Because if you look at the floor plan,
400-500 square meters,
917.
970. Oh.
Big block.
Well, that's where the value really comes from, right?
Okay.
It's the land value
in Auburn.
in Auburn.
How many bedrooms was it?
4.
4
3
bedrooms,
bathrooms,
3 bathrooms, 7 car
and
spots.
5 asterisk car spots.
It's got a drive through. It's got a storage all the way in the back.
I mean, this is
Dude.
definitely starting point. You're looking upwards of 1.2, 1.3, I would imagine.
Hmm.
Auburn. How's the market in Auburn these days?
I reckon the market's hot in Auburn, dude.
hot.
I think so. All right. What have you gone?
I have gone $2.1 million.
You got to stop doing this. I've gone 2.2 million.
Oh my God.
What's the answer?
Yes, it's 2.4. All right, 4-0 Manu. But
It's all right. It's all right because I haven't been too far off.
You've
Take Sen out of the equation.
Correct.
I'm not that bad.
No, it's-
Historically in this game, there's been some
Take
shockers.
the other 19 teams out of the Premier League.
And I'm the winner, mate.
we win,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
It's been a much closer game than the scoreline suggests. But we finally move to Penrith.
Yeah, your XG is pretty high.
I have big XG, mate.
We move to 8 Hillcrest Avenue, Penrith. It is a 5-bedder, 2-bathroom, 4-car spot on a 581 square meter block of land. I'll give you a couple of little tidbits about the place. It's located within walking distance to Westfield Penrith, the train station, and local schools. Dining and entertainment, a stone's throw away, making everyday living easy and enjoyable. They have a crazy disclaimer though. They say, whilst we deem this info to be reliable, the agent cannot guarantee its accuracy and accepts no responsibility for as such.
What needs
What
to be
does that mean?
caveated?
Yeah.
What is false?
Well, I don't know.
It's now my first question.
The other bloke has
Not a
7
house at all.
seats.
The backyard or the side
The photos aren't
looks a bit unruly.
really speaking to me if I was a prospective buyer.
You don't like it?
It's not.
I don't like the look of the house.
They
The
can,
front
yeah,
view.
the front of the house. It looks like I don't know, it
think
could be out of
this-
Breaking Bad or something.
I
Seriously,
think this was a single story house and they've added that second story after because you can see it's like wooden boards. So I think they've done a little reno
it
job.
looks like they just plonked it on top.
I think that's exactly what
They
they've done.
built the floor and they plonked something on
No, it's
top.
like a demountable that you used to sit in primary school. They just put that on the top of the house.
And if you notice, none of the photos are from the upstairs area. All those photos are the downstairs area.
How can you tell that?
Well, if you look at the bedrooms through the windows, you can see the next house. It's at ground level.
That's a
Sherlock.
that's a PI right there. Private
So maybe that's what
investigator,
they
mate.
mean. They can't verify. Maybe the upstairs doesn't exist.
Or it's the agent hasn't seen it, mate.
There's a fireplace, which is cool.
So we've got this aerial view as well. 1.7 kilometers away from Penrith Selective School.
There's some casting couches next to the fireplace.
Take that what you will. The backyard looks janky.
Dude, they've renovated. The inside is actually quite nice. They've newly renovated. Look, the floorboards are shiny, bro. The lights are glaring off it.
Penrith. What are we saying about Penrith? 5 bedrooms.
Well,
you
I'm
said.
sure. I think Mount Druitt hit 1 million last year, so I'm sure Penrith hit 1 million a couple of years ago, close to the shopping centre.
What was the
Number
square
8 as
meterage?
well. Oh, I don't think the Chinese people
I
are
don't think
ravenous
they-
to go live in Penrith, but
I don't think Penrith is a hotspot for the number 8.
581 square meters.
581 square
581.
meters. 5 bedrooms. How many of those are in the
5
top
beds.
floor? I must ask now.
the,
I
the
couldn't
top
tell
floor we
you.
can't confirm exists or not.
I don't know anymore. Send you go
I don't know
first.
as well. I've gone 1.05 million.
I've gone 1.3 million.
It's 1.1 million.
I've been bageled.
Once again, 5-0, clean sweep. Well
I've
done,
been
sir.
bageled.
Today we're doing Do You Remember, a new segment where we just look back on all the nostalgia that we had. We wrote in, the reason we came about this segment is actually, I think, Migs, you went to the beach the other day and you were just frothing a sunny boy.
It's a hot day. The last time I was sweating that badly in need of quenching my thirst, I remember being back in high school, having, I think, how much was it? Maybe $1 in my pocket.
High school?
Dude, it was, wait, high school?
I never
Yeah.
got it in high school.
In primary
Primary
school.
school,
I was
sorry.
smashing the cola sunny boys at a pace that would not be believed, to be honest.
They couldn't have been $1. Or
No,
were
they're
they
like
$1?
40 cents, I would say 50
Some
cents at
shrapnel, some
most.
shrapnel in my pocket.
Shrapnel, yeah.
You know, halfway through lunch, I'm like, oh, I'm dying here. Walk up to the canteen, 1 cola sunny boy, please. And that's my day sorted.
I think the novelty of like the shape of the sunny boy was good, but then if I look back on it, honestly, I think it wasn't even that good
Oh, yeah.
because like you'd suck it and then like you would just be left with a block of ice like very quickly.
It's the unideal shape because, yeah, you're sucking on one corner.
Yeah.
And then it all
becomes
turns
ice.
white. It turns white, bruh.
Yeah.
So remember when we had the
Juice cups.
The juice cups. So back in our high school, they used to freeze those orange juice cups. That was like 20, 30 cents. And they would give you a paddle pop stick, like just a wooden stick, and you just sit there shaving it yourself.
Yeah, like you're in a prison.
Like a sheep, like a little.
Not even a spoon, bro.
I mean, it's
Paddle
like cleaning the
popstick.
toilet, like cleaning the prison with a toothbrush. That's how they've done
it's
it.
And you,
delightful, though,
and
on
you
a hot
needed
day.
to know the meta of when you open it, you flip it around
Yeah.
because all the juices stayed at the bottom. So the bottom is already ice, like icicles, not hard ice.
Correct.
And you scrape away at that and you enjoy your time.
Anyway, what do the listeners write in with?
All right, so Jared's written in. He says, do you remember the segue between the Channel 10 news at 5 o'clock to the Simpsons at 6?
Mate, how could I ever forget? This is seminal memory for me.
I remember this because I remember watching maybe from 5:50, despising the news. Jog on, hurry up, get to the Simpsons, mate.
No, I didn't mind the 5:50 section because that was sport and weather. No dramas there. And then that moves to the 6 o'clock Simpsons.
My eyes were glued waiting for the Simpsons.
I think I spent, that was a good first 10, 12 years of my life. 5 p.m. news, Simpsons, Neighbours at 6:30. That was the holy trinity.
You had Neighbours after that?
Every now and then I'd watch maybe the first couple of minutes of Neighbours and my dad would be like, nah, this is inappropriate. But he was completely fine with me watching The Simpsons.
I got banned. I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons as a kid.
You're one of those kids.
Yeah, yeah. So
I would have
my-
looked down on you.
My holy trinity was like 3 p.m. like
Bible study, 4 p.m. scripture.
no, mine was like at 3 p.m. I don't know if I got this right, but from what I remember, it was like a 3 p.m. high five
Potentially.
potentially, and then it was like a 3:30, like some other random show. Then 4 p.m. a little, it's academic, little go stop type situation.
Ready, steady, cook. Was that in the
Ready,
rotation?
Steady,
Nah,
Cook was
nah.
2:30.
That was
Oh,
2:30
That was
p.m.
early in the day.
That's if you called in sick and you're watching TV all
Correct.
day.
And then you got a 5 to 5:30 or 5:30 to 6 deal or no deal. That was my holy trinity. And at 6
Yeah.
p.m. the homework started.
I was living a must be nice for most of my childhood. I was on the Fox 8,
Oh wow!
I joined you on the Fox 8 as well.
where they had Simpsons on for about 3-4 hours. What a time to be alive.
I remember Fox 8, Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. was just
Yes.
Simpsons back to back to back, Saturday
Yes.
and Sunday. That's where I did full-time hours just watching Simpsons.
Oh dear me. Well, Ron writes in. He says, "Do you remember JJ's chips?"
Oh.
Those are those
dude.
little chicken ones, the chicken
Yeah, dude.
snacks.
They
I
are-
do remember those.
They had a couple of flavors. I was a salt and vinegar man, even with the JJ's.
Salt and vinegar what?
I don't think I tried the salt and vinegar ones.
Yeah,
I tried the chicken ones. I vividly
The
remember
chicken ones surely are the staple JJ's.
Yeah, dude, what? Where did you find the salt and vinegar ones?
There's plenty of them around, but it was a. I remember in my primary school it was 50 cents
Yeah.
for JJ's, and I remember it being like crack. I would just be consuming them ravenously day in day out. I just asked my mum for $1 each day just to buy some JJ's.
By
Do you
two,
reckon
do you?
it's-
Yeah, no, one, and then 50
One for
cents.
now, one for later.
a little dessert actually.
Ah,
with
play
the other
on.
50.
Oh, boys, they're discontinued.
Yeah, that's why. Do you remember them?
That is so sad because I was actually
You
trying
ravenous to
think,
get
let's
one
go buy 'em,
later.
yeah. Them and Mammy Noodles were like the go-to. Do you remember the Mammy Noodles?
They're still around. Mammy noodles are still around.
You know what I always thought? Are you meant to eat the Mammy Noodles raw or are you meant to cook them?
Surely you had kids in your school that'd bring Maggie noodles instead of Mammy noodles and eat those raw.
No way.
I remember some kids were doing that, dude, and I was thinking, what are you doing here?
Wait, sorry. Strange question. Are they the same? They're
No, they're not.
They're not.
Mammy noodles are ready to eat in
Yeah.
the chip section of supermarket.
Correct.
No, I know
Maggie noodles are instant 2-minute
meant to
noodles
cook
it.
to boil and cook.
I understand that, right? That's not my confusion.
I-
My confusion is, are they not the same
No.
thing?
Oh,
So
no.
I saw this and I tried it because I used to eat like Maggie noodles, breakfast or
Yeah.
dinner, whatever it may be. So I took one packet one day and tried to munch it. They're like chewy. Because how Mammy noodles are like sort of light, crispy
crunchy.
chips.
So I think Mammy Noodles are those Maggie Noodles, but I think they must fry them or bake them or something. So they're cooked.
Yeah,
So you can
okay.
eat them, but the Maggie is still the raw one, which is why
They're
it's still
chewy and not nice. But I saw some kids doing that in the playground. Crazy stuff.
Mammy noodles. I was like in primary school. I didn't have the idea of object permanence, so I used to like crush the Mammy noodles up just because I thought I got a lot more out of them. And then at the end, you had the
But
little
that's what you were
bits.
meant to do because you were meant to crush them up, put the seasoning in, shake it up like this, and then just like that's a mental thing to do, by the way. But yeah, you're meant to just like eat it like that.
People in primary school at my school, they would just
Eating it like a
sandwich.
block.
Yeah,
Nah,
right?
that's mental.
No, bro, you crush it.
That's psychopathic.
Not
behavior.
to
You're
get
meant
more, but to do the
so you can
optimal
properly
seasoning.
mix the flavoring in.
Okay.
Because how else are you meant to do it?
Oh, yeah, I don't
Cut
know.
open the packet and season it like
Yeah,
a
season it like
like a
salt and
sandwich.
pepper on a fucking piece of toast or some shit, mate.
Right, Trishul says, do you remember affordable groceries? Little drive by there.
Yes. So no, I don't, to be honest.
Okay, well, moving on. Sen, you got some that I heard?
Yeah, I've got a few. This might be a boys' school only thing, but do you remember nuggeting?
I actually don't remember nuggeting.
I remember in nuggeting vividly.
You don't remember nuggeting people?
You got nuggeted at some point in your life, mate.
What is a nuggeting?
So for non-boys' school, or even non-Australians, nuggeting is when you take someone's either bag or pencil case or laptop case, and when they're not looking, you quickly just turn it inside out.
You empty it.
You empty it.
Turn it inside out, and you return the items. You don't
act
take
like nothing
anything.
happened.
So you come back, your back
dumb.
is inverted, but everything's still in there.
Like the Holy Trinity was if you could nugget someone's pencil case, laptop case, and then chuck it into their school bag, and you nugget the school bag as well.
I honestly do not remember.
You don't remember nuggeting?
I don't think I've ever been nuggeted.
I don't think I ever got away with a school bag because that's a big commit.
Yeah.
I definitely did the pencil
The
case.
pencil case was, try
The laptop case is, whatever, that's a throwaway. You can do this to anyone. The pencil case, because you have it on your desk, right? They go take a piss, nugget. And it's like a CIA mission, mate. It's a race against time because you want to be nonchalant when they come back. What? How'd that happen?
Like harmless fun of
It's the
imaginable.
most infantile thing ever.
Just like turning inside out. Were there particular pencil cases that lended itself more to
The
nuggeting?
Smiggle ones.
The Smiggle ones were good.
Easy to
Not
do.
the ones that zip all the way around.
No,
That's
no,
a
no.
waste of time.
Oh, that one you just unzip those ones. That's your little prank. What other pencil cases were good? I don't know. I can't remember.
No, Smiggle was the only like notable brand.
Yeah. My other one was boys, you remember sack whacking?
Oh, how could I forget that? That's honestly traumatic experiences and memories.
I mean, how do you even rationalize that to people who didn't go to an all boys school? But
Yeah.
it's the I mean, as the name suggests, you just go around and it's just a little flick.
Little
Like
flick of the wrist.
you keep your hand nice and limp and you try and
You whack the sack.
you whack the sack.
You
And
don't punch it. You don't go heavy.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's not heavy-handed. It's subtle, and you don't try and get the stem either. You're trying to get the two balls. I mean, we used to do a thing called sack.
How do you rationalize this?
Yeah,
okay,
we had
this-
rules around when you could sack whack it. You have to have rules.
I mean, this is animalistic behavior, but every Fridays from 3 p.m., as soon as the bell went for the end of school, to 3:21 when the train came at Normanhurst Station, we had, in those 21 minutes, it was essentially like the Hunger Games. It was the purge. It was free game to sack whack anyone and everyone. And so I remember in year 11 and 12 especially, I had a big binder to carry all my books. I don't even know why, because I use my laptop most of the time. But I would bring it in. I would just have that permanently locked
As
in
a
front of my
protector.
balls to protect.
It was aptly named Sack Whack Fridays. Every Friday you would fear for your life from 3 to 3:20. It was crazy.
I don't know how it started or why it continued, but
I like that there's rules around it. I like that it's like,
It was-
Yeah, because if you
everyone's
sack whack
entered
on a
into an agreement.
Thursday, come on.
it's uncouth behavior. You know?
All right, boys, I got one. Do you remember Ray-Bans and the hold it had on
yeah.
people?
I remember them. I never had a pair though.
I never had a pair either.
Really?
Do you have a pair, Ro?
Of course I had a pair, dude.
Must be nice.
I would beg my parents. I don't know what it was. It was like those, it was, for those of you who don't remember, right? It's the canvas shoes, low cut, and it just had a simple name, Ray-Bans, on the back of the
back.
heel. And I feel like if you had those shoes, I just remember feeling on top of the world.
It was the Vans before Vans.
Yeah, correct. Exactly that.
I had the off-brand cheapies version of Ray-Bans that you could get from like Kmart or Big W.
Rabies.
Sonny had a lot of that.
But they were not good shoes though.
No, they were honestly, they were so thin.
Yeah.
And I think the whole thing is that they were pretty cheap. Like they weren't expensive, but they were still overpriced for what they were.
Yeah.
Which was just shocking. Like my brother, I think attributes his flat feet to just wearing Ray-Bans nonstop.
Oh, really?
Because oftentimes you'd wear them without socks. So you just go there and you just be, no good.
Got another one going off that. Do you remember Dunlop volleys? Those were the other ones.
They're still around, aren't they?
But they were big back in the day as
There was
well.
the green ones, the blue ones.
Now the blue ones were the OGs.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought green ones were the OG.
Nah.
I feel like green. Surely, was it not green?
No way, dude. That's Stan Smith you're thinking of, bro. I'm thinking Dunlop volleys, the blue Dunlops. For me, that was the one
have
to
a pair?
get. I didn't have a pair.
I think I had volleys. I think I got, my parents to get around the Dunlop volleys, not the Ray-Bans though. Next one. Do you remember the Freddo ice cream cakes?
Ah, Dude, that was a staple of any like childhood birthday that I went to.
Those rainbow ice cream cakes
I
always
actually
had
didn't
a.
like him.
No, ice cream cakes honestly can go in the bin.
Yeah,
You're not a fan.
I didn't like them then. I don't like them now.
You don't like the tooth freeze that comes with eating them.
It's just annoying.
I don't know why were they so popular. They weren't even cheap either. Like I think they still sell them. They're pretty
They're
expensive.
all expensive now, but I think back in the day they were an affordable.
reckon?
Surely, right?
I remember when I had birthday parties like at McDonald's.
Yeah,
like when that was a
dude,
thing.
That was
They would bring out the ice cream cake. I don't know if it was the
Dude,
Freddo one.
I remember when I saw the ice cream cake as a kid, I'm like, it's a stinker, bro. Fuck
Get
me.
rid of it.
I
a
like
Black Forest
that
or some
over
shit.
a normal cake, man.
Oh, one of the biggest traumatic memories that I gave my dad was that like my 10th birthday party or something. My dad had baked a beautiful Black Forest cake for all my for all
Delightful.
my friends. And then I remember like lighting the cake, cutting the cake, and I looked at the Black Forest cake. It was just black. I was like, I don't want to eat it. And then all my friends were like, I don't want to eat it.
Oh,
And the cake just went uneaten.
Poor
poor
Biju.
Biju, dude.
Put in
He
the
never
effort
baked
for you.
again after that.
No, he did, because to be honest, like I tried it like maybe the next day when I wasn't trying to be cool in front of my friends. And it was pretty good. Like Black Forest cake is actually one of my
Little
favorite
shit.
cakes. Yeah.
I was thinking on the lines of like TV. Do you remember Lubemobile?
How could I forget? 13, 13, 32.
Yes. I was gonna say, do you remember the number, dude?
Yeah.
But isn't that mental? I think they still exist, but the company was called Lubemobile.
Yeah, Lubemobile will come to you. 13, 13, 32.
32. And then the other one that I remembered was the reading writing hotline.
Oh.
What's that number? Come on.
1300 65506.
Bang. Dude, I always wonder who would call the reading writing hotline.
What was the hotline for?
what is
What
the
was it
reading-
for?
I think it's if you have trouble reading and writing, you call the reading writing hotline. I think they put you in touch with like therapists or something.
Yeah, now that I mention
But
it,
why do
didn't
they have so many ads? Well, who gave them a budget that big to get like prime time? And I'm watching Toasted TV in the morning.
Well, it's
Yeah.
all in our heads.
That is true. Is that indoctrination?
No, that is actually crazy because I have the worst memory of all time. Yet those two numbers will stick in forever, eternity.
Do you remember? What about this one? The OG one, the Pizza Hut number.
I do remember. I remember 1300. Oh, hang on. I
No,
got the thing.
that's the new
No,
one.
no,
There was
no.
one before it.
1300. Oh
Nah.
no! What is it?
I think it's 948-11111 or something like
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, then the
the double one sounds familiar.
The 9481 doesn't sound
that.
familiar.
Maybe the 948 isn't correct, but let me look this up.
1300.
So right now we're saying, do you remember the Pizza Hut hotline?
yeah, number.
The OG number.
OG number. When it was a little hat.
Yeah, when it was the little.
Do you guys ever go to a Pizza Hut buffet?
No.
There used to be one near my old, like near Stratford when I used to live there. There was like one of those restaurants where you could go.
I've heard
in.
people
I
say a
never
lot of
went
good
to it.
things about it. I've never been.
All you can eat?
Yeah, it's all you can eat. They have
Yeah.
all the pizzas fresh
Mm.
there.
Yeah, I'd get around the pizza buffet. That sounds delightful.
Yeah, it was 948-11111.
Yeah. There you go. Spot on.
Dude. Always in your memory.
You just mentioned it, Sen, and I know we reposted it on the Instagram, but we've got to say it. Do you remember Toasted TV?
Dude. This was my bread and butter, dude. I used to get up at like 5:30.
I struggle to wake up early on a good day, you know, both as a kid and as an adult.
Really?
But Toasted TV was one of the reasons I would get up.
Dude, yeah, you'd watch aerobics on Channel 10
Yeah,
at
at
5:30 at 5 until 6, and then Toasted TV, or before then it was Cheese TV.
Cheese
Started at
TV.
6 a.m. and then they took you pretty much until you went to school.
Yeah.
You know what would hurt though? When you wake up one day and they've changed the order of the programming, you're like,
no. Or they just changed the
Oh,
show.
they just changed the show.
I was furious. I'd be like watching One Piece, desperate to
Yeah.
see what happens. They just sacked it off. All right, here's
Bakugan here. Here you go, enjoy.
Bakugan. Oh my goodness,
Dude, I remember they had like the best arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then the next morning it was gone. And I'm like, did he get the elemental hero or not? I need to know.
It sounded such a grip, man.
Yeah,
It did.
My first TV appearances was on a Toasted TV,
You've been on TV?
as in like,
Makes two of us.
was it
Well-
really yours as well?
I have that one on.
Alright,
well, that's
yeah.
my next one. But yeah, when did you go on Toasted TV?
No, I was at the Gold Coast and they were filming because
Oh,
that's where
they're
they
on
filmed.
Movie World, right?
Yeah, the movie world, and so they were just filming there, and
And
they
you
just
were
wanted
just
to
in
get some
the
people.
background
Yeah, I was doing one of these ones.
Sort of shuck
Shuck us up, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure we've talked about this.
I don't think we
Abdul.
have.
We have. We've definitely
Probably in the archives we've talked about. It's like
Shit,
yonks
new
ago.
listeners, Miguel is actually a celebrity. He has been on Australian prime time TV. So do you boys remember It's Academic?
Oh, dude.
No, I don't.
It's academic. I honestly thought I could win it all with ease.
Dude, I used to watch it and be like, these guys, where do they find these idiots, bro? I reckon I could smoke these kids.
But Migs, you
And I
tell
thought that
us
was a 20-year-old.
when the lights are on in the studio, and you know
Mate.
that Simon guy's talking to you,
You got to be built for it, boys.
reading out questions.
Just quickly, it's academic. Essentially, every day it's a quiz show for like year 3 or maybe year 4 to year 5-ish.
5 to 6.
5 to 6, and they just pit 2 schools, so
3 schools.
3 schools, and it's what? How many kids from each
Do
school?
you remember it's
I
academic?
don't.
So your school is on for the week. All 3 schools are on for the week, right?
Ah.
So Monday to Friday, you get 3 kids each day. So you get 15 kids total, I think.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the week, I think it's like total score or something. The winning school moves on. It's like a knockout. You move on to the next round.
Okay,
Right.
can I get behind the hood? How do you get selected for It's Academic?
Yeah.
Like your
So there
school's
was-
been nominated.
There was a whole drama at my school about this, right? So I went to a relatively new school. And then right before I went in, it was an OC school.
Right.
So I was like year 4 doing the test. This school came about. So I was either the first or second year to be OC at this school. And then in my so year 6, there's like we're going to enter It's Academic. So you had to do a test,
Okay.
right? An academic test, obviously, GA questions, whatever it may be. Everyone was allowed to enter. Shock horror, only the OC kids got in. All right. And then all the kids in the other class were chirping about, it's always the OC kids that get all the
game's the
opportunity,
game.
blah,
Game's
blah,
the
blah, blah, blah. So you get selected. And then, for the whole, I think it's 1 or 2 days actually. But
So
you're
you're top 15. Top 15
top 15 kids from your school, go.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're spectators. I didn't think they're spectators, but you're 15, teachers, 2 other schools, they're 15. They go in, you record back to back. So you and 2 other people go on.
So it's all in the same day that they recorded it?
I think it's
or-
1 or 2 days.
Okay.
And then you just record, do your episode, you watch all the other kids do their episode and have a good time.
So you went, what day was yours aired on? Do you remember?
Oh, way.
No
How do you
way,
remember
man.
that?
So there's no like Mondays, like all the idiots, and then they put all
No,
the
there's no
guns on
lineups.
Friday.
There's no, you
No, I
don't.
reckon
okay.
they got to tell a storyline. So they probably just cut in, like, if it's, 2 schools going head to head for the first couple of recordings, they just chuck them on Monday and Tuesday.
So the day you were on, did your team win?
I cooked up, mate. I absolutely cooked
And we
up.
will
We
find
won.
the clips and we will
We
put
will
them
not
on.
find the clips. We will not put them up. Maybe that's a Patreon special or some
but,
shit.
but the clips that we had, right, that we saw from you
Yes.
was 2, I think.
Yes.
You spelt
I
Woomera.
I guessed Woomera
You
for a
guessed
multiple
Woomera,
choice.
And
Yeah.
you spelled.
I did a math one. I forgot what the math one was.
Yeah.
What did you spell? Fuck. I can't remember it. It was
Spell. It's a long adjective. Anyways, besides Sen, you think of that.
Yeah.
Anyways, they looked at me for the maths question, by the way.
Yeah.
But to be fair, one of them was also Asian, so I'm not taking too much offense.
Yeah, you just got a math.
Yeah. So we won. My school won the first round. So the 5 days we won that. We won like a Wahoo beach ball, I believe.
Beautiful.
We won something else, and we won a PSP
Each.
Oh, that's
So
excellent.
mate, we won. I'm like, we won, whatever. And then one day I get to school and they got boxes, of prizes. I'm like, I'll take whatever I get. PSP for you, mate. PSP for you. And I'm like, wow. Took my parents to JB Hi-Fi, got a couple of games, and that was me sorted for a couple of years.
There you go.
I don't know how you're going to find this, Senny, but
It's on your Facebook wall.
Oh
so
my
I'm just
God.
currently going through your. It's a photo of us 3.
oh, should we put that?
Yeah, I'll find it. I'll add
The
it.
word was grotesque.
Grotesque.
Yeah.
Thank
I remembered
you.
it.
Thank you. But yeah,
And-
as a kid, I was like, fuck, I really want to go on
Jealous.
that show. Oh, massively. That and Go-Go Stop. I reckon, I would have pwned.
No, Go-Go Stop there's a lot
Pwned.
element there.
Gotta use the
Pwned some
word.
noobs. Boys, do you remember Blockbuster and Video Easy?
I remember. I think I was a Blockbuster man. I
Yeah,
didn't
me
go
too.
to Video Easy.
I was going to either, and I was sorting through the discs to find the games I wanted to play.
Dude.
Seminal memories.
Games?
Yeah, because you
They
could
had
hire- you could,
games.
like rent games for a week.
My parents
Oh.
would sort out the movies and TV shows, whatever they want.
Yeah, I was a
I'm
movie
going
guy.
straight to the games, finding my Xbox and PS3 games, and go on my merry way.
I went even before that, back when they had PS2 games. So Saturday, I would go to pre-uni, and then after pre-uni, my dad, as a little treat, would take me to
Reward.
Blockbuster, and I'd rent out a game for a week. I remember I got this Naruto game that I was absolutely obsessed with, and I was so sad when we had to give it back. So we extended it for another week.
Oh, the extensions.
Yeah.
They're class. You know what did me dirty though? Fuck, this is a seminal memory, right? I had an Xbox 360 and I borrowed 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa game.
That would have been hot property.
The first night, I'm fucking dusting this game, right? I'm playing so much. The second morning, I wake up, put the disc in. My Xbox 360 got the red ring of death.
Oh, no.
So this game fucked up my. Well, I don't know if it's a game, but when I was playing the game, my Xbox went to the bin, bro.
Corrupted.
I couldn't even get my how long do you rent the game for? A couple days. I only got one night's worth. I had to return the game, barely played.
I didn't do any of this gaming nonsense like you did, but I was
You
the
call us
movie guy.
nerds, bro.
Yeah, it is nerdy behavior, but whatever. You guys can do what you want. But I used to rent the movies, and the thing is, like, I'd get the movies, and the worst feeling would be when you chuck the disc into your DVD player, and it would just be scratched, so the movie just like wouldn't play. And I'm just sitting here like, bruh, they got to sort this out.
That's
Like,
why you got to check it before you take it.
Did you check it?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
sometimes you
You
can't.
can't. They don't have it in the thing.
They always have. Oh, yeah. Sometimes
you had to, like, get
no,
it
but
from the
when
front
you go up
counter.
to the front counter, and the guy would check it for you.
I don't know, but these guys give me a scratched disc. I just remember playing. Thank God for streaming, bro. Netflix has been a godsend.
Do you
because-
remember? Sorry, go on.
No, nothing. I'm just going to rant about Netflix and how Blockbuster could have bought them. They would have put them in the bin, the dogs.
Let's talk about corporate buyouts. Is what we moved on to.
Yeah.
LBOs.
Do you remember renting VHS tapes?
No, actually,
Actually, yes.
I remember
this is
one
a
or two.
dusty memory.
And when they weren't rewinded, mate, bullshit. Because you're ready to watch. I don't know what movie was out at the time.
Like
Bloody
Babe. I remember watching Babe on VHS.
sure, right? And then you put it in, and the credits are showing.
Yeah,
So you got to rewind it. You got to wait like
back.
10 minutes or something, whatever it may be.
I remember the only VHS I remember us renting were they used to put like Tamil dramas like like that would run like Neighbours essentially, but Tamil versions, and they would put like 2 or 3 episodes on each cassette. And my mom, and my sister would go and like hire these things and sit there and watch this like some of the worst TV I've seen in my life. Oh God, I've got one. Boys, do you remember Saturday Disney? Channel 7, I think started maybe 10 a.m., went till 12 p.m. And they would show, again, similar to Toaster TV, but for the weekend.
For the weekend, bro.
And it was
Your
Disney
Wizards of
shows, so
Waverly
it was
Place.
like Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is like the best of the best
Dude, just
TV.
banger after banger
Yeah,
on
dude.
Saturday mornings. People, like, you're literally waking up again at some ungodly hour. 7 a.m. maybe.
Nah, I think it started a bit later than that. Maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
Maybe 8.
And you're just watching back-to-back shows. Man, oh man, what a time.
I was actually pretty sad when they stopped that.
Is it not there anymore?
Nah, they stopped it. So I got really into Hannah Montana as a kid.
Yeah.
Who didn't?
It's great.
Get the best of both worlds. What do you got,
Exactly.
Manny?
Do you remember Healthy Harold?
Oh,
How many times did Healthy Harold come to your school as a kid?
Every year.
Every year, once a year.
See, I think Homebush Public was just that Darrow and Paul because I only remember doing it once.
What?
Yeah.
I did it like every year,
Dude,
mate.
it's like a curriculum. Like the first year is like, you know, maybe
You learn
sun
about
safety or whatever.
Healthy food.
Yeah, healthy food. And then year 6 is like sexual health. And Harold suddenly
Whoa, no, I never got any.
You didn't
of
get
that.
year 5 where it's about smoking and alcohol. Don't do drugs.
ever
I
do
think
it.
that might have been the only one we got.
Yeah.
They-
Every year, Healthy Harold has like a little curriculum that you go through and you sit in that little caravan of
Yeah,
darkness.
some
and-
grown ass man takes 20 kids into this dark
Yeah.
van.
Yeah, chucks a puppet on his hand and then just starts yapping.
Yeah, I don't know. I
You
think
didn't
I
get the
missed
full
that.
Healthy Harold experience. That's
Only-
crazy.
Or maybe I
Sam.
blocked out the other ones. Who knows? But yeah, I only remember once. All right, I got a couple more. So, boys, do you remember the following? Mathletics,
Yep.
Moodle,
Absolutely remember Moodle.
Geronimo Stilton,
Yes, sir.
Sure.
and my favorite, Del Toro Quest.
All right, let's go individual
Yeah.
1v1. I remember just absolutely murking, you know, little ping from China, just absolutely demolishing these kids.
Dude, no, Ping from China would have been murking you. No, I
No,
remember
You're
bro.
murking Jason from Orange, bro. That's who
Yeah,
you're murking.
Dude, little Travis from Oregon, America was getting fucking sent to the gulag. But no.
But when you get to the Asia heats, bro, I
Dude,
think
the
you're
Asian
out.
Heats were, dude, my finger, I was sweating, bro. It was genuinely, I was going up against
When you're up
sweats,
against
man.
like Gi-hun from South Korea, mate, you're done, brother.
Dude, I took athletics so seriously.
No, it was like the perfect level of like easy and just satisfyingly competitive.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're talking about, but I was elite at that game. Simple math, simple multiplication was my forte. That was my special skill.
So mathletics, you're getting here with like 9 + 7, 6 + 2. Like that's how it is, right? Just
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang,
And
bang,
you're just
bang.
rattling. It's just about type speed at that stage. Now
It's good fun, though.
it was amazing. Now next one was
Moodle.
Moodle. I don't care about Moodle.
I couldn't give a lick
I don't
about
even talk
Moodle.
about
I remember
Moodle.
it. I don't give a lick.
Geronimo
I
Stilton.
love that book. I loved it. The whole little shtick for them was that the font would change. So it'd be like, this is spooky. And like the spooky would be in like a funky font.
Ah, no, I thought he was a little prick, to be honest.
Okay, all right.
Del Toro Quest.
Del Toro
Goat.
Quest, unbelievable. Dude, seminal memory of mine was the teacher, I think in primary school, to like incentivize kids to be good that day would be like, all right, you get a Del Toro Quest book, and it would have like the front cover would be like kind of holographic. And I remember sitting there, and I would just be sitting there so quietly, desperate, ravenous to win this book. They gave it to my best friends, and I literally bashed him to get that book off him at the end of school.
Model student, right?
Model student.
But mate, the twist when all the gems spelt out Del Toro. Wow.
I wasn't much of a reader as a kid, but I think Del Toro Quest was one of the books I'd pick up and read.
Do you remember the gems?
Yeah, diamond, emerald, lapis lazuli or whatever.
Yeah.
Topaz, opal, ruby, amethyst.
There you go.
10-year-old said he creamed his pants when he read that. I was just going to keep going on the books. Do you remember the Aussie bites and the Aussie chomps and the Aussie nibbles? Like,
Yeah.
it was just a book series with little bite
Bites
marks
in
on
the book
sides,
itself?
and depending on how big the book was, like chomps were the bigger books, nibbles were the smaller books.
My you remember the Premier's reading challenge?
I was just about to say the Premier's reading.
I think I
challenge,
stunk
dude.
that up, but
You're like, what is
I
it?
don't think I got the volume of books. to-
100 books in a year or something ridiculous?
Yeah,
Maybe less.
No,
That
no,
sounds
it was less. It was
incredible.
less.
Is
it was
that the
less.
one when you're in school and you have a color, like you're given a color,
Yes,
like you're
correct.
red, you're in the
Yes.
red group, so you
Yeah,
read
yeah.
like I don't know, young adult books or whatever
Yeah.
it may be.
So you were in the ESL group or something.
I was probably just
Dude,
one tier above
I
that.
realize now in primary school they actually like competicized everything.
Yeah.
Like mathletics was a competition,
Love
reading
it.
challenge was a competition. Shit, no wonder I actually tried so hard in primary school, and then high school, just do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's self motivation. None of that.
Alrighty, I've got three more. I'll rattle them off quickly because
We'll end with these.
they are
ones.
quite mussy. Do you remember the toffee apples from Woolies?
I don't. To
I
be honest.
do not.
I have never gotten them. It's just a memory because I remember seeing they were always in the fruit section next to the apples, but there's like toffee, like the classic toffee apples on the stick, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I never got one, but I was dying to get one. I don't think they do them anymore.
I've never seen them.
I don't think I've seen them.
Ah,
either.
that's crazy. All right, if you haven't seen that, this is gonna be even mussier. Do you remember the Imperial leather soap bars?
No,
Let
I
me,
don't.
because I saw a photo of it, and I'm like, I remember this. You never use these soap bars.
No, my household was a Dove
I'm
household.
gonna send that to
Dove or Lux.
I'm sending that to Kush. Put on the screen. If you use it, please let me know because I'm surely not the only one. Last one. Do you remember Pop Tops?
Yes, the
The
juice,
juice drinks that actually kind of weren't juice.
They were not juice at all, bro. It was just sugar and
Food dye and
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
Pop
you
Tops,
surely
bro.
remember them, bro.
You out of all people know Pop Tops.
I used to drink
These
them
bad boys, bro.
en masse.
Oh yeah, of course. I just forgot the brand name. Yeah, I do remember. Those were those are the poppers that they sold at the canteen. Pop Tops.
I remember the raspberry one was goated.
I was a blue sort of guy.
you were a blue. No, I was the red raspberry one.
All right. I think that's everything.
Sorry, just off the. Do you remember Push Pops?
Yes, the stick.
The stick where,
Where
you
you-
shove your finger up.
You finger
and
it.
you
Yeah,
suck
and then
it.
you
And then you suck in your
Dude,
finger.
that was a mental candy now I think about it.
Is that the one with the? Where's the one with the two? There was two flavors.
They had the single one and then they had the triple threat.
Did they have the triple one?
Yeah, the double or the triple
So you
threat.
finger. That's mental. I didn't remember the single ones.
All right, that's all of them for today. If you have other nostalgic things we have forgotten to mention, please let us know at Critical Banter on Instagram.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of this episode. And wowee, let me reveal something to you, the listeners. Between the last segment and this outro, it's been 6 hours. We started this episode 7 hours ago. We left to do a video, a wing challenge. You might have seen it on our Instagram story during the weekend. The TikTok video will come out maybe, let's say, in a couple of days' time. But yeah, we tried some wings. Me and Manu ate
An ungodly amount. We'll leave it at that.
ungodly amount. We're talking upwards of a couple of kilos here.
Yeah.
And we went against a competitive eater.
We
Shout
took
out
on-
Winnerlit.
Shout out winner. We took on a competitive eater and social media superstar. And yeah, check out the video to see how it went. Right now, I am honestly on death's door. I'm in a coma.
It's comatose right now with like sauce on his sleeves.
I'm literally, if you're watching the video, go back. My shirt was clean before. Now
Spotless.
I've got sauce on my shirt, sweat.
I've
dripping
got
from
the
my
meat
forehead.
sweats going all over my body, man.
I have got some feces turtling from my bum hole. It is all happening here. We will catch you guys next week.